father's gifts have found their way to the ASUS. Look how they suffer. Every cough, splatter, and lax, glorious to behold. My host will give them life's final release, for that is what Nurgle demands. There shall be no cure for the death we bring.
Oh, looks like the poor High Elves have caught the lurgy. Unfortunate for them. They've also got a lot of missile units. Now, because all of our Plague Bearers are now Exalted Plague Bearers, and we have missile... In fact, we got like 6 shots, and as you can see, the missile strength is very high. Which means we can do the most damage just sitting and waiting for the enemy to attack us. Yeah, the Death Heads shooty thing can really dish out a lot of pain very quickly. Meanwhile, our flyers have gone behind the enemy lines to rip apart any enemy missile units, and also Pliers is beating up the enemy archmage. There we go, good stuff. So basically what I do is I just tell my Plague Bearers to engage a unit and kind of let them just go nuts, just chuck Death Heads all over the place, which, you know, is pretty effective. On the right flank, our Pox Riders are smashing their way through the enemy infantry and slamming into the rear of units currently engaged with Plague Bearers, doing a lot of damage there. We do have that bonus versus infantry. It's not very, it's like 7 or something, isn't it? It's not very much. Bonus versus infantry 7, yeah. Which is, of course, Nurgle's number. I wonder if the Pox Rider, because they used to have a bonus versus large as well, because Nurgle doesn't really have any bonus versus large. That might change with some of the new units being added in the DLC, of course. We shall have to see. Meanwhile, reinforcements are arriving as we gang up on the enemy Archmage. She has amazingly somehow survived so far, but she's not doing so hot anymore, as both Epidemius and Theodoric just wail on her. And we've also managed to summon in some Spawn of Nurgle, which is fun. Epidemius really wants to show the Archmage his leaflet. He wants to show everyone his leaflet, to be honest. So we pull our Plague Bearers back into a formation so that when the enemy units arrive, they'll get a bunch of Death Heads chucked at them. They do a lot of damage. The enemy Archmage is down to 1 health and finally is dispatched. Epidemius, well, I mean, you know what? He actually, I didn't really think he was a particularly good killy character, but he can actually dish out quite... If you just stick him in a bunch of infantry, he will just murder them all day long. He's kind of like a melee Kugath. Okay, units now in position. So the Pegasus Knights have managed to catch our Plague Drones, so we are bringing Pliers in as a little bit of a support. Plague Drones should do okay against this, because the Pegasus Knights, they've got a lot of charge. Once their charge bonus wears off, yeah, it's not so good. So, most of the High Elves are now dead. There are some Illyrian Reaver Archers sort of shooting me, and Bilious Thunderguff is chasing down a couple of units. Oh, it's just a couple of a couple of White Lions, apparently. Alright, fair enough. More Pegasus Knights suddenly decided to change direction. It does look like So, the enemy mage does have 100% spell mastery. Now, I can't remember if that means that's like a huge increase, or... It says intensity 100%. Is 100% the base, or is... Because not all casts have spell intensity, so I'm assuming that... So it doesn't say spell, so I'm assuming that basically just a very good caster. So you got Shield of Thorns, physical resistance 60%. Yeah, I'm fairly sure. 80% heal. Yeah, I'm fairly sure she's got like amazing spell mastery. Fine, whatever. Summoning in some lads. The Pegasus Knights have landed and are currently getting dispatched. Got, you know, Grail Knights currently moving in on the flank there. Charging into the Exalted Plague Bearers. And of course, these guys do have magical attacks, which will shred the physical resistance of the Exalted Plague Bearers. However, we also have magical attacks, so well, it won't help with against their ward save. Also, do they have the grey? Oh, they have the Blessing of the Ladies, so they've got 30% damage resistance. That's rough. Anyway, we're going to land our flyers down here to help out. Should be fine. More Grail Knights getting death-headed. That's right. We're giving them head. We're giving them heads. Shit, that's fucking hell. So much damage. Like, you just don't want to charge Exalted Plague Bearers, do you? Look how much damage that does. Yep, those Grail Knights just did fuck all. They just died. They do have more Knights of the Realm. 3 units of Knights of the Realm currently moving in to engage our flank there. They've got a bunch of infantry as well. Just a couple units of archers there, and then some pole arms. Now, of course, the Bretonnian infantry is garbage, so I don't really have to worry too much about this lot. Grail Knights routed on the flank, didn't do too much damage, mostly fine, which means we can now move in. But they are using that really quite potent heal. It's really quite nasty. Anyway, let's blow up with a Blight Boil that infantry. That did huge amounts of damage. That basically wiped out 3 units, and that was not an overcast. That was just a normal Blight Boil. Now, the Exalted Plague Bearers may not be anti-large, but they don't really need to be with the stat line, 52, 55, 63. Only 22 armor piercing, but these Knights just not going to be able to deal with that. Not to mention we've just hit them with a Blight Swarm as well, so they've got 0 melee defense, which makes it a lot easier to cut through that unit like a hot knife through butter. A few death heads chasing them off. Now, the enemy general is not unbreakable, but is very hard to break for some reason. She is only on foot, so she's getting punted all over the place. So basically, we just need to finish her off. All the elves are dead. Most of the Bretonnians are running for their lives. Job done. Nurgle will be pleased. Ah, that's a lot of dead elves. I wish we got a few. I mean, the amount of infections you get for killing enemy armies seems really low. I feel like it should be. I still think they should tone down what you get from the buildings, massively increase what you get from fighting battles. That's my opinion anyway. Right, so we've got the Sands of Sickness, we've got Relations with Demons of Chaos, we've got Sands of Sickness, nice little effect there. We've got Wound Recovery Time, Casualty Replenishment Rate, and we've got Upkeep Reduction for Nurgle units. Not sure why it couldn't just be all units, but fine. If we just encamp, we will heal. In fact, we could just do that here, couldn't we? Just meander in this direction, generally. And do I want missile? Nah. What? Oh, I could get the Virulent Contagion, which is minus 40 melee defense, which is really good. And we've got the Bubonic Buzzers. Filth Incarnate, Armor of Malady. That's Plague Toads. Where are the... Ah, there you are. There is more melee attack for the... You know, I'm really quite tempted. Speed, melee defense, physical resistance. Oh, go on then. Go on then. Cheeky. You have got most... I'm not super into Streamer Contagion. Okay, we'll go Infernal Champion. And then we can push forward. Because we want to try and find the Nemesis Crown. We just need to be in the same region as the Nemesis Crown. It's pretty easy to get. Oh, a nice big chunk of change, which is going to help quite a lot. I think we're going to upgrade you. Because then we can get some more recruitment buildings. I'm kind of tempted to like upgrade elsewhere. Something like... Oh, I guess this does make sense. I need more money buildings so I can then upgrade my infrastructure so then I can build more stuff and recruit more stuff. Because at the moment, 2,500, it's just not enough. Could just... No, we won't hit you. We will hit the Lawn Forest because elves suck. Now what was the... It was in a Kislev settlement with trees. Do I just want to go and beat up Kastaltin? No, it's going to slow me down. We need to be booking it. Just going straight for it. Gotta go fast. We got money there. I don't think that's worth it. Where else could we get money? I could upgrade this. That does give me money. I think I'm more about money at the moment. Big money prizes. I guess the plague has stopped there. 3 turns. I mean, it's still going. Still going. We can do one there. I'm just thinking, like, if I want to upgrade... If I want the other... That's 400. It's only 400 infections. It's not very much. We got 210 growth here. Do we have plague at the moment? We don't have plague? No. So actually, I don't necessarily need the other growth building. I could leave that. So we could maybe go for the defences just to get the Exalted Hero of Nurgle. Yeah, that probably makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, we could maybe go... We could get some spawn, maybe? I'm not... It's potentially an option. Oh, Ted's gone to war with the Masters of Innovation. They're at war with a lot of people. They're in a really bad position, actually, aren't they? They are surrounded by people who are going to fucking hate their guts. Oh, crap. Oh, all the way down there. I'm never going to reach it there. Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the Nemesis Crown. That's bloody miles away. I'm never going to get down there. Interestingly, the other campaign I played where it showed up, also there. I don't know whether it's always going to spawn in the same place. Potentially. Obeys. Yeah, I think we're going... Are we going to attack Kastaltin? Are we? Are we going to do that? For Ostros... you know what? Wait, are you... you do not have a military alliance or defensive alliance with what's the face. If I declare war on the Great Orthodox... Well, no, actually, you know what? I'm not going to do that because otherwise my vassals may not declare war with me. And I would like them to be, you know, on side. So, actually, I don't even need to talk to you. I can just go and murder this one. Yeah, we're going to declare war. Azazel is going to join us in our endeavour. And this is going to be... Yep, nice and easy. Do we have any plague? I genuinely can't remember. Hang on. I'm fairly sure we've got plague. It is the... Yeah, so we get more weapon strength, vanguard deployment, campaign movement range. Lovely. Alright, good. Obviously, the main issue with fighting Kislev is that everyone and their mum in Kislev is packing. A lot of missile fire, which is Nurgle's bane. So you have to be... It's not a huge problem, but it's just something to keep in mind. You know, your favourite type of army to fight is definitely a melee one, because there's very few armies that can outlast Nurgle. So if the enemy army is mostly missile guys, you've basically won already. If they've got missile guys, you have to be a little bit more careful. That's fine. Still doable. You just need to use your flying units particularly to pin them down. Use your plague bearers to tie up the front line. Use your flying units to tie up the missile units. Job done. Sit back, have a cup of tea, congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back. All that kind of good stuff. So plague bearers are going to chuck death heads all over the place. There we go. Ooh. Flying units coming in from behind. They do have a lot of characters here actually. They've got a witch, they've got a general, they've got 2 patriarchs. I mean, they'll all be dead after this, but still. Plague bearers moving through the trees, engaging the Corsairs. Meanwhile, the rear of the enemy line is now in tatters as our Rotflies and plague drones move in to tie up those missile units. Death heads shredding the Frostworm. He's going down so fast after getting a hug from Cuddles there. Willius Thunderguff getting in on the action as well. Though those death heads are absolutely brutal. You may not think Nurgle is a ranged army, but trust me, a big chonky line of plague bearers is very nasty in the range category. Pox Riders and Nurgle moving on the flank to mop up. Not that there's much left in mop up, of course. But they're hippity-hoppening over to help out anyway. The enemy general is running away. It looks like the Patriarchs are still holding for the moment. But there's not much left. Okay, we're going to take all of this. I kind of want to take Fort Ostros. Well, no, we're not actually at war with Kislev yet. Because I want to take all of this rather than Azazel. Azazel can have, I don't know, like Hell Pit. Is Hell Pit a Dark Fortress? I can't remember what. Oh, you're suffering from plague, are you? Oh. Oh. They've changed Skaven Plague? On Pestilence and Nurgle armies and settlements. So casual replenishment rate, frenzy, growth, construction time reduction, income from all buildings, vigor loss reduction. Suffer attrition, growth reduction, income from buildings. Jesus, it's actually really nice. Why is the Skaven Plague so much better than any Nurgle Plague? Fuck's sake. Never mind. Construction's good. Where's the growth? Where's growth gone? Growth was here. Oh, there's growth. Okay. Okay. I mean, at the moment, my main concern really is getting cash. So, I mean, I could upgrade you, and we can get more money. And if we can secure... What's that doing? Yeah, that's not very good, is it? Okay, we'll get more infections, because the more infections we have, the better. Love an infection. Do I want to get the rotting? I do. I've turned a corner with the pox riders. Genuinely love them now. What good boys they are. Right, we'll get the Gate of Nurgle. We'll double the Gate of Nurgle. Oh, you got Chaos War Shrine as well. Nice, because that will give you basically a heal aura, which is alright, isn't it? Right, a little bit of Nurgle corruption never hurt anyone, apart from obviously from plague. And I don't need the growth here, do I? Because growth is fine. Mind you, what we could do, is there anything actually better than this? So we could go more infections. It's fine. Well, okay, so I'm probably going to go with the Festering Pit, just so we can get heroes. Putting the heroes on the defense buildings is... I don't know how I feel about that, to be honest, because I feel like you need the infection building for the infections. That's so important. You need the money, because money, and the growth increases money. So unless you can get enough growth through non-growth building, that kind of fills your 3 slots, doesn't it? And you might even have 2 if it's a port city.
Blessings of the Plague Lord.
Hello, Wolfric. You want military access and you're willing to pay for it. Well, as soon as you're willing to pay for it, I will grant that to you. Okay, let's pop up. Oh, I have to move for another turn. Okay, Fly Lord, more Nurgle corruption in all provinces. Very nice. We'll go and take Zoishnik. Boop. Ooh, Giant Blade. Giant Blade is not... You got the Blade of Blood. Is the Giant Blade better? 15%. Oh, I'd say that's probably slightly better than that. We can give you the Giant Blade, though. We've got Armor of Destiny. You've got Null Plate, which is kind of meh. Okay, I'm going to give you that. What's Fused Armor do? Perfect Vigor. That's not too bad. Speed and Armor. You know what? I'm going to give that to you, and then you can have that. That works. And then that's all fine. Okay, we'll get Rot Eaters because I genuinely love my little hoppy boys. My little hoppy boys. I'm a little bit concerned about this, but you can't reach that in 1 turn. If I can take out Castle Access, what I want to do is kill this army. However, they've got Plague for another 1 turn? I don't know, I'm dubious whether they're going to move before then. Can't be sure. Let's upgrade you so we get another building slot there. We can potentially get some... to be honest, at the moment... Is the shipwreck... Oh, there's an army there. Oh, fuck it, Andrew. I can't guarantee there won't be an army there, and then you'll get your ass handed to you. Gives you a Dirty Blade. Hagrid is just... It's just going... Oh, no. Hello, Malachi, and your little doobry. Okay, not sure what's going on with you. Let us go and beat up these guys. I would like Erengrad. Can we build anything in Erengrad? Oh, we get the Erengrad docks. So that's 2, 4, 830 growth. Yeah, that's fine. It's not amazing. It's alright.
Lady of the Glade.
How about Plague of the Glade? Boop. I could probably... We've still got 2 turns there. I think we still got... We're making 150 thingy-majigs a turn, right? So I'm going to go... Yeah. Nurgle. Yeah. Construction time. I don't really care about... Battle healing cloud. Not the best. Less ammunition. Sure, why not? Let's pop you out there. We could slap you in this one. And then we can spread plague because they've got some immunity over here, but only for like 1 turn. So we can spread that. We can spread that plague. What plague have you got? Less campaign movement range, less weapon strength, less speed. Oof, Azazel. Azazel. That's not ideal for you, is it? Right, well, let's stop dicking about. Let's just go and kill off Lucana. Lucana? Lucana. Yeah, we're going to kill Lucana. Quick blight boil on those Streltsy so that we can force the enemy army to advance. They don't have that many missile units. Lots of winged lancers though. Lots of light dervishes, lots of cav. Charge towards us. Unfortunately for them, that means charging directly into a deluge of death heads. Ooh, that's rough. Lost half your unit health already. Flying units going to tie up those missile units, such as the ambushers and the Streltsy. That's the one. Meanwhile, they do have 4 frostworms. I've noticed that the AI Kislev armies love to recruit frostworms. I don't know what it is. They love that shit. And Theodric now has a lovely altar thingy to run around on, which does give us a heal per second. So basically, for every death around him, it'll start just healing everyone up around him, which is really nice. Very, very useful. Got a big blob of plague bearers somewhere, stick Theodric in the middle of them, and they will just never die. Death heads coming in. Oh, watch out, Cuddles. Doesn't matter. We're just going to pick off those frostworms and death heads. Just makes the most sense. Mix of the plague drones and the pox riders are attacking the flank, just mopping up any of those missile units. Enemy general goes down really quickly. Army losses already taking effect as the frostworms get picked off one at a time. This frostworm desperately trying to escape. What's its mass? 3,500. The exotic plague bearer's only got 210. It's not very much. Still, a crossfire of death heads, not to mention the exalted plague bearers just wailing on the frostworm, will eventually bring it down fairly quickly. And the enemy army is broken and running, but of course, because they're marching, they're all dead anyway. It seems like 37 seems to be the most infections you can get, which just seems weird. Just feels a bit weird. Oh well. We can then grab this one. And I will... could loot? I'm going to leave an occupy. I really could use the cash. And then we're probably going to have to race back because Kostaltin's probably going to get a little bit uppity. If we can help Azazel take Erengrad, that would be a massive help to him, I think. We could let him have that one. He can keep that. That can be his. It's his reward for being a good boy. Which I think is fine. We'll go with... How much growth have we got here? 210, which is absolutely fine. Do we have... Wait, what are we getting growth from? Plague? Nope, just technology, commandment, buildings. Good! I mean, that's fine. That's great. So if we upgrade like that one. And that one. Lovely. Right, and then we should have the infections to get the building, the next advanced military building there. And then we can head back, deal with Kostaltin, and then we can move in to finish off Kislev. That's my plan. That's my plan. Now, victory condition wise, you know what? I will give Pliers the old bloated carcass. I think he needs it. You can have Woundmaker. Our victory conditions are: first, we need to kill Hagreef, the Urson Revivalists, and the Masters of Innovation, right? So that's short victory. We also do 35 different settlements, because the classic pointless... Was it used to, I thought it was 13 rather than 80. No, it doesn't matter. Anyway, and then the long victory is to get the Ice Court and the Great Orthodoxies. And then also Talapine. I'm not entirely sure why Talapine, but that's fine. I'm sure there's a reason for it. So we're gonna aim to do that. Now, obviously, Malice is a problem that we will deal with. I'm just kind of busy down here at the moment, but having Azazel as a vassal is quite nice. And I'm wondering if maybe we could make friends with Astrogoth over here. He seems to be warming to us, doesn't he? So I'm wondering if we go and beat up the dwarf. If we create a little... I mean, I kind of want the Nemesis crowns. That's why I'm kind of aiming for that. But it's so far south that I think we have to fight through a load of shit to get there. And I don't really think we've got... But I need to upgrade my infrastructure so I have enough money for another army for Andrew Wakefield. At that point, then potentially we're feeling a little bit better pushing south. You guys really like me. Defensive alliance. The only problem is if I have a defensive alliance, I'm really worried that someone's going to try and fight you. And I'd prefer just to leave you to your own devices and not have to worry about that. So I might just leave them for the moment. But that's going to have to wait until next time. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.